So in this video, I want to explain the concept of moving mountains and what that really means. In terms of the Bible, you've heard it there. I've heard people say it all the time. I feel like a mountain is a very common expression in this world, and I want to explain how that relates to frequency, energy, all that kind of stuff, in a kind of simplified way, but just so you can actually understand why moving mountains, that line is so important. So essentially, when we are attempting to manifest something, a lot of the time we focus on something. We put all of our focus on that thing, right? And we keep affirming for it, affirming for it, affirming for it. Or if we have something challenging in our life, same thing. We put all of our energy on it. It's like we're constantly thinking about it all the time. It's again and again and again and again. And we're like, why can't I get over this thing? Why can't I figure this out? Blah, blah, blah. And what we're doing is we are taking our energy, which is honestly, at its core, what we really are is like a straight line. Our energy starts out like this. It is a calm, slow moving frequency, okay? And then as soon as you start to focus on something, what happens? You start to create a little dent. You start to increase your frequency because you're thinking about it more. When your brain starts to think more, if you look at the lines, we're talking about like gamma rays, delta rays, I don't know, frequency, you know what I mean, in the chart with the different levels of frequency in the brain. So when you start to think more, you start to get more of these lines. They go up and down faster. That's what happens when you start to focus on something more and more and more. You start to create this bigger mountain, this faster frequency, and it just keeps increasing. And essentially you're creating a focal point with your energy. So you are everything. So you are this calm ocean of energy. But as soon as you start to focus on something a bunch, you create a mountain in your energy. And then maybe there's something else you focus on. You create another mountain. You create another mountain. Some of these mountains are ones for things you truly desire. Others, I don't know what was with my words there. Other mountains are ones for things that you don't like that are in your way. And you can't figure out why you can't get over your mountain. And the reason you can't is because the more focus you try and put on it, the harder, the taller the mountain gets, the more focus that's on it. So the more you try to figure it out, the more you try to get this thing, the more you try to figure out this problem, the bigger the mountain gets, because the higher the frequency, the more you're thinking about it. So if you want to move mountains, the thing you really need to be doing is you have to walk away, leave it alone, let the mountain fall. Just like if you were to, take a droplet of water out of the ocean and kind of like freeze it in midair or something. Like eventually, if you just let it thaw out, you just walk away from it, leave it alone, don't do anything with it, eventually it'll fall back into the hole once again. Like it will return to this calm frequency once again, because your body, this universe, everything in it wants to be just calm. It just wants to be this calm, slow, very low moving frequency. And what that frequency is awareness. Awareness is really just the lowest frequency in the universe, which is basically what we would call nothing moving, as in no time. So everything in this universe is just operating at different levels of frequency. And awareness is the largest frequency, which means it encompasses everything because it is the lowest frequency. So it is like, if you were to think of it like bubbles as well, or ripples on a pond, awareness would be the largest ripple on the pond. That's what awareness would be, the biggest bubble of all that encapsulates everything else in this universe. And then as you move up in frequency, you would get smaller and smaller and smaller until you get to the highest frequency, and that would be like the smallest bubble on the pond. That would be the mountain peak, the thing that, you have the most focus on in that moment. And also, your mountain peak can change constantly. So when you aren't observing something, when you aren't stressing out about your problems in your life, even though they're still technically, you think they're still there, they're actually not really there. When you leave them alone, your focal point, your mountain, starts to change. So if you start to put your focal point on something different, you'll notice, you can feel the difference. For example, if you have a headache or something going on, you can start to focus your awareness on your toes or something like that. A lot of people say put your feet in hot water. The reason you do that is because you're changing where your awareness is. And when you move your awareness from the thing that's bothering you, it can now fall back to neutral once again, and it can heal itself naturally. You don't have to do anything. You just move your awareness to something else. So if you continue to keep moving your awareness, which I said in my last video, you keep flowing, then you never have any issues where you're feeling stuck because you just keep moving forward. If you have a problem in your life, don't try to keep figuring it out. If it's driving you insane, if you can't get over it, if it's like this endless task that you can't figure out why you can't do it, It's because you've made it a mountain in your mind. You have to let it become a little molehill again. You have to let it fall back down again. And you can do that by just moving forward. And this is why I say, if you just move forward in your life and just do things that are fun, that feel good, then all those other things, like, they will resolve themselves. Problems resolve themselves when you just keep moving and you just let them go. And if you have so many problems in your life, you have so many things going on that are going wrong, and like your whole life's just chaotic, your mind's chaotic, the best thing you can do is literally take a trip somewhere. I don't even care. Just go sit in a field. Like, I mean, I'm not giving medical advice or anything like this, but just sit in a field somewhere and, like, honestly, just don't even try to do anything. Like, just whatever you want to do, just do it. Like, just sit there, lay there, think random things, whatever, but just do your best to just get away from everything for a while. Because if you can do that, it literally resets your whole mind. It will reset your entire mind. Because if you can just stay away from those things for a while, they will get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you will usually, in that time that you're away, you'll find the clarity and you will find the answers to all of your problems, basically. They will all come to you because now those things that were screaming at you in your mind, taking up all your space, it's like the noise in your mind. Basically, those things became the loudest frequency in your mind. So you couldn't hear anything under them. You couldn't hear the calm little frequencies in your mind that are actually kind to you, that actually want to help you, that want to make you feel peaceful. You can't hear them when you have these big problems looming over you. So as soon as you finally let them fall back, now you can start to heal and hear all of the answers to your problems, the actual voice that's trying to help you. But you have to let it fall back down. And I'm so serious about this. Like, if I could give you, like, any advice in the world, like, it's this. Like, please listen to this. Please do this. Like, I hope that this video, like, I honestly, if you watch this far, thank you. I really hope people actually do, because I know everyone's attention span is very small right now, which is also part of the issue, you know? But if you could share this video, please share this video. Please repost it. I don't even know what to say here. Comment, like it, just whatever you can to get this out there, because I honestly feel like I just want people to know this. I just want them to know that everything is energy. And it's hurting me to see the world struggle so hard in medical communities and, like, financially, like, everyone in the world. Like, it could all be so much better if the world started to understand that everything is energy. All of it comes back to energy. And it's not some spiritual woo-woo concept. Like, this is, I'm being so serious with this. It's all energy. And one day, everyone will understand this. But for now, I'm just trying to get the message out there. So please share this video if you can. Like, I'm so serious. Please, if you can. And I hope you enjoyed this video.